Welcome back to Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, I imagine that's just me every time I would do a dive. No!
Bouncing hither and thither through the Dreamscape.
You didn't even give me a keyblade, you asshole!
Well, it's cool because we don't really have to take down any enemies here. I mean, they'll appear, but they're optional. No, the objective here is to collect 700 points.
I want you to imagine what you're seeing right now, but pretend Riku is hitting everything about twice each time. This is my run of this particular dive.
You know what I find interesting is, those nets back there, they appear to resemble dream catchers.
Yeah, dream catchers or cats in the cradle or whatever cages you want to put animals in this week. I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying some parties might be interested.
I'm just saying it's symbolic.
Oh, these fucking rings. Oh, I cannot get through those at all.
Perspective, what is it?
Yeah, they want you to, like, angle in the right way, and that's so easy on the sliding pad on the 3DS. It's great.
That was a problem I had with the 3DS, actually, when I first got mine. I could not drift at all in Mario Kart 7.
Yeah, it's good for general movement, but when you need it to do really sensitive movement, it doesn't really hold up, I've found.
Not like a traditional analog stick, no.
Yeah, especially when you go into, like, the menu for this game, and you're trying to do, like, accidentally, when you're just flipping through the command list, you'll accidentally rearrange them as you go, so I've had to use the D-pad itself for that.
Well, at least they offer that choice.
Well, yeah, that's true. At least it's not, like, a total game breaker here. No. No.
Yes, Helldragon, yes, we are back. In... Oh, he didn't say it, I thought he was going to say it. Okay, I'll say it for him. We're here in Monstro.
Monstro. Just have an echo damning you. Oh, I don't want to go back in Monstro. I've had bad memories of this place ever since the first time I was at Monstro.
Yeah, well, that thing, which we shall not name, won't be appearing here, so I think you're going to be okay, Helldragon.
Alright, I'm just going to calm down. I'm going to accept it. He is not here. It's going to be alright.
Stop judging us, Sora and Riku.
What, are you afraid of Parasite Cage? I thought you were made of sterner shit.
I expected more out of you, Helldragon.
One thing I do like, though, in this game, you know, since the first game, platforming has increased drastically. And with flow motion, it's easier to actually get around the various areas and get to the treasure chest. So it's not horrible in that regard, but still I'm getting, like, the flashbacks.
Well, you like that flow motion helps with the platforming. I think it's kind of nullified it to an extent.
Well, to a degree, I agree. You know, things like that. It just kind of take away the fun of getting new various movement abilities.
Goodness, who are you?
Riku.
Oh, Riku, you poor lad.
That's Jeff Bennett as the voice of Geppetto. He also voices Merlin in Kingdom Hearts.
You will also know Jeff Bennett as appearing in every cartoon ever.
He is extremely versatile. He was also Brooklyn in Gargoyles.
And he was Owen as well in the same show.
Here in the whale, but then he ran off again to who knows where.
Weird place, who knows where.
That sounds...
Far too many bars for my liking, though.
Mr. Geppetto, let me go look for your son.
You would do that?
You know, we've encountered Pinocchio and his father before in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, but being here besides Geppetto now really reminds me of a film I watched as a child. It's basically the story of Pinocchio, just told from the point of view of the boy's father instead. It was a live-action musical called Geppetto, and the dude himself was played by none other than the previous host of Whose Line Is It Anyway, Drew Carey. Now, I loved this film as a child, adored it, loved all the songs, loved the characters and so on. After I recorded the footage for this world, I decided to go back and watch a few of the songs from the film, including one that I remember to this day, which is basically a song about how Geppetto doesn't want his son taken away from him after he becomes a real boy, and so he promises to give anything and everything he owns away instead. I remember it sounding great. Watched it again recently, and it wasn't so great. So let that be a lesson to you kids. Nostalgia is great, but sometimes it's an untrustworthy bitch.
Ah, I see now you have a ram with horns for horns. That makes sense.
Horns is in the musical instrument, you mean, just so we don't confuse the viewers.
Oh, well, thank you for killing the joke.
It's what I do, Helldragon.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Skinner.
This is Yogi Ram. He likes fire, and he likes it a lot.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty decent Dream Eater from the various few that I've gotten. He seems pretty strong enough.
I used maybe like one or two different ones throughout the course of the playthrough. I was going to have like a new one for each world, like a new secondary one, and then I thought, fuck it. I just want to get this game done.
Now you know my pain. Of course you did Kivat, the superior Dream Eater.
Well, I kept Komori Bat for Riku, just as I kept Meow out for Sora. They're pretty much their signature Dream Eaters.
That's true. They did appear the most in the marketing.
This place has been massively enhanced for Dream Drop Distance.
Again, you know, it suffers from the same problem of there's so much space and not a lot is going on in it. But then again, if you have stuff going on in your stomach, we need a doctor for you.
How do you even get a doctor to look at a well?
I don't know. I guess he charges extra for the interior work.
The amount of work vets must put in for massive creatures like that, it boggles the mind. Do vets even take care of whales? Don't answer that question, it'll probably just make me look more stupid than I already am.
Well, you know, when they've had various sea animals in, like, parks and things like that, of course they need, like, a doctor to take care of them. Okay, it's not like whale territory, but still, these animals can be pretty big. I'm glad that the walls still look like a bunch of flat jelly beans smushed against it.
Well, can you imagine the alternative? Thank God Kingdom Hearts has a cartoony aesthetic. I don't want to be walking around no realistic whale guts. Oh, cool. This is a recipe for one of the Dreamers that assists Lord Kiru. Basically, you know, the knights and whatnot. Now, we're not going to be using them in this playthrough, but apparently they're not all that great. Lord Kiru himself isn't that great. You can fight regular versions of him in, I believe, the second to last world of the game. And, yep, only has like a few bars of health. Bit of a downgrade, really.
Mostly I've been gunning for one or two particular Dream Eaters. Of course, the materials to get those, to make those Dream Eaters, are extremely hard to find, so I guess I just don't get to have any fun with the Dream Eaters whatsoever.
Talking about the dinosaurs, right?
Yes, I want my dinosaur.
I was just taking him for a walk.
Yes. Puppets need exercise.
And I looked for you everywhere.
Uh-huh, I'm just fine. Sorry, Jiminy. I messed up real bad. You and Father must have been so worried about me.
Hopefully not so worried that Drew Carey sings about it.
Be finally starting to learn.
Who are you? Me?
Well, I won't explain this at all. Bye.
Yeah, the game is super vague about this. Basically what it's meant to be is the personification or manifestation of Riku's dark side.
Dark side.
I like how it's in its most evil form, the Riku replica from Chain of Memories.
Ah, yes.
Yes, you'd be very familiar with that one, wouldn't you?
Who stole my body?
Don't want to talk about it.
A puppet
I've already settled that with my post group, alright? That trauma is behind me.
Dark side?
Gee, Riku, don't you have a Jiminy like I do?
Well, Sora is as annoying as a cricket sometimes, so I guess that fits.
Maybe you just need somebody to show you what's right and wrong.
Sure.
This is Riku's theme right here.
Problems alone, you know. You must have somebody. A friend you can talk to?
Anne Flanders. She's always been there for me.
Actually, I do. That stupid grin he's always wearing.
The way he would say, "Come Guardian" all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Wiz.
Oh,
I
handsome.
have lots of good friends.
You will, Pinocchio. More than you can count.
Oh no, bowel movements!
What now?
You remember what happened the last time we ventured into the bowels of Monstro?
Pinocchio, Jimmy, you
Ugh.
should head back. I'll see what's shaking things
Don't
up.
no, you don't want to see what's shaking up in this whale.
That's the last thing you should do when stuck inside the intestines of a giant whale.
Where's all these big brown things heading? I better go investigate.
That's a nightmare and no mistake.
Why are you digging around in poop? I'm judging you now.
We've devolved to shit jokes, Helldragon. Well, I guess time and a place.
I mean, of course we have to get all of our shit jokes out here. This is the ideal place for them.
True, true. The gimmick for this version of Inside Monstro is, well, I guess I should just show you when it actually comes up. So, Helldragon, got anything to say about this place?
He sure has a lot of parasites inside of him, and I think Monstro needs more help than he's willing to admit. We should really intervene on his behalf. Also, the acid does damage you, but if you're stepping in acid, you have a problem.
Now, Monstro in the first game had the gimmick of you having to go through the right order of doors in order to progress. Here, it basically turns rooms upside down whenever you hit these little things, I guess.
I guess it's an interesting change, but then again, we get to this big area right here where there's nothing. And I don't get that, because earlier on in Monstro, you had various things you could grind on, things you could platform on. Here it's just a big pit. And you could flip it, I guess, to get treasure chests, but again, nothing is going on. So I don't really get the point.
It's the pit of Monstro's stomach.
Come back here. I'm watching all of you. You're all on the list. I've got one now. I heard Tom had a list, so I decided to start my own.
Yes, I make many lists.
You're on my to-do list.
Oh no, take me off that list.
It's GTD version. I'm organized for your destruction! Well, we are on the ceiling. What a feeling to be on the ceiling.
So I was just reorienting myself. Got a bit confused there for a second.
Well, you flipped upside down. I would imagine you need to reorganize yourself a little bit. Crack! Why are there even bears in this guy's stomach? I guess he just eats Dream Eaters normally.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm not sure how tasty they would be. I mean, I can understand the lobster. I guess maybe he ate butter beforehand and now they can mix. That's alright, but with the bears, I'm not so sure about.
Oh my god, the butter and the lobster, they combine to form the most powerful nightmare Dream Eater to date.
Butter lobster. You get a special command when you beat him, Bubble Blast. Actually, it's kind of ironic that the boss we're fighting up ahead is focused on fire. We might as well saute some seafood while we're here. Don't you think you could be trying a little harder?
You gave in to the darkness awful easily.
Yeah, man. I thought you were better than that.
Yeah, if you ever get lost inside a giant well, just run right in the direction of the boss music and you'll find your target every time. Oh my god, it's so fabulous!
Yeah, I don't really get it. He eats the chill lobster, then apparently that's enough to completely flip his colors around and make him focus on fire instead. I don't get it.
It's a parallel universe version, Helldragon.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, Again, if Phoebus walks on his hands, it's okay. It's a parallel universe.
Now, this boss I found extremely annoying the first time playing for you. Don't ask me how, but this was actually my first take of this particular fight.
Yeah, the big thing about this fight right here is that, again, it's not hard, But the biggest problem is chasing him down, because what he likes to do is he likes to flip the room around, and he likes to go all the way fuck to the back. So you gotta go track him down and try to hit him and things like that. And that's really the most annoying part, just tracking the guy.
Yeah, you want to stick to flow motion to bounce around the room as fast as you can.
And the reality shift does help get in some more damage here and there.
Oh, does it now?
Yeah. I'll just shoot some icicles up his butt. Why not?
This guy needs to chill.
Ah. He was previously chill, but in fact now he is now Char. He's pretty acrobatic for a giant fucking lobster, though.
Well, I think you'd be as well if you attached propellers to your ass.
I guess, you know, it would make the commute a bit more easier. Do you have to keep hitting him in his ass, though? You can't fight him face to face. No, let's just get him in his most tender of spots.
That's how you fight lobsters, Helldragon.
Ah. So, next time I want seafood, I guess I should keep that in mind.
Goodbye, Char Clawbster. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. In like 2 or 3 parts from now or whatever.
He died as he lived, extremely delicious.
He died as he lived, dying. You know what's funny is the original episode title of this had nothing to do with him at all. As it stands, this is the longest episode title I think I've ever written. Rhymes though, so, you know, whatever works.
Off screen they ate him. It was great.
Give me fish and chips any day of the week.
I thought I was only sent into the past, on the Destiny Islands.
So weird hearing the characters talk about the Destiny Islands, because apart from this instance, I can't think of many others where it's actually said out loud.
It's like Master Xehanort said. The world was freed from darkness, but is yet to wake from it. It's trapped in a never-ending dream.
Funny. Just like all these Kingdom Hearts playthroughs tend to be. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna cause a giant ulcer in this whale.
You know what's funny? In the original game, Monstro had no keyhole.
Really? It's been so long.
Say goodbye to Monstro, folks. We're done here. See you next time.